4 Yawkey Way, Boston, Massachusetts, Fenway Park, America's most beloved ballpark since 1912, Swampscott versus Marblehead. A long-standing Massachusetts rivalry since 1909, but first time in 115 years. The two are going to cross paths as we are just minutes from your Swampscott Big Blue versus the Marblehead Magicians from Fenway Park. Welcome into Swampscott Big Blue Athletics. I'm Dawson DeMurray, glad to be back alongside Joey Blood. Joey, how cool is this atmosphere here at Fenway Park?
Oh man, it is absolutely buzzing as we get set for kickoff. Everybody is fired up. Marblehead versus Swampscott is always special, but today just feels different, as it should. It's not every day you get a chance to play your hometown rival at such a big and famous place like Fenway Park. That is a remarkable night for everyone involved on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Us, the players, the coaches, the staff, the fans, the cheerleaders, even the band. It is an absolute incredible opportunity to be standing here where so many legends have stood here before us. Just an absolutely remarkable opportunity for both sides. Now getting into the game, both teams are eliminated from playoff contention. The Big Blue falling in the Final Four to Fairhaven last week, 42-12 or 42-13. And for Marblehead, they lost in the first round of the playoffs versus Grafton. So nothing to be left on either side. Joey, what do you got for tonight?
Yeah, neither team is holding anything back tonight. It's 100% go, nothing to lose. It seems as if they're going to actually be starting their intro onto the field right now. But other than that, this is the Super Bowl to both sides. Both want to leave here with bragging rights over the other, especially Swampscott. They are hungrier than ever to break the streak that Marblehead has going of 13 straight victories, 13 years over them. Wouldn't it be so sweet if Swampscott were to break that streak tonight?
Absolutely, lots on the line. 115th annual Thanksgiving game between the Swampscott Big Blue and the Marblehead Magicians, but for the first time ever, it's at Fenway Park. For Dawson DeMurray and Joey Blood, we thank you for tuning in to Swampscott Big Blue Athletics for our pregame report. We're going to have the national anthem and intros coming up, and when we return, we're going to send it to the press box to Josh Harriman and Paul Barbunas for kickoff.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Marblehead High School Magicians.
This is a huge rivalry game. I'm talking about Swampscott versus Marblehead. These high schools are only 10 minutes away from each other. Nobody's going to punches. This game means so much to these players. This is going to be a crazy, crazy Thanksgiving game.
magnificent night here at Fenway Park. Definitely one of the ones to remember. Live for the 115th annual Thanksgiving game between the Swampscott Big Blue and your Marblehead Magicians. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Josh Harriman. Joining me is Paul Varvunas. Paul, definitely one of the talks of the games all through November is finally here, and no other better place to do it than old Fenway Park.
There's no better place to do it here in the historic Fenway Park, where both teams get the honor, the privilege to play in this amazing atmosphere. It's gonna be filled. The fans are starting to fill the fan section. And as Dawson previously stated, both teams have been eliminated from their respective playoff runs. The Magicians losing 35-0 against Grafton, and the Big Blue making it to the Final Four and losing to Fairhaven 42-13. Both teams are going to leave it all out on the field, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Both teams are going to play for everything. The Magicians have a 13-game win streak, and they're looking to extend it. The Big Blue feel this is their best chance to end the streak in Fenway Park. No better place to do it than right now. The sophomore quarterback for the Big Blue, John Bombarda, with a 10-interception season, hoping that doesn't translate. But there can definitely be some butterflies in her stomach in this amazing atmosphere. I believe it's going to be a lot of pressure for all the players in this game. But let's see how that translates.
It definitely will, and it's not the first time Fenway has hosted a game here. Back in November 30th, 1912, Fenway hosted the very first football game to ever be played on the field. But other than that, the lights and field are ready, our players are ready, and we are ready to rock this tonight with the 115th annual Thanksgiving game. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, after a long time waiting for this game to happen, it's finally here. And honestly, everybody here, especially in the fan section, are excited for this. Honestly, I can't take the smile off of my face of where we are.
It's going to be an exciting night for everyone. Everyone's going to be smiling here to be here in Boston, Fenway Park. It's an outstanding opportunity to just enjoy it. With Thanksgiving tomorrow as well, it's going to be a great weekend. I'm sure everyone is looking forward to spending time with their families, maybe watching some football as well. It's going to be a great long weekend, and I hope everyone is able to enjoy it.
And with the game before us, it was Lawrence versus Central Catholic. Central Catholic taking the lead over Lawrence 34-12. And with that, it's going to be, I believe it's going to be the coin toss now as they go to center field.
Last year, Marblehead won the toss and elected to defer. Let's see how that changes here tonight.
And with that, it will leave a quarter, almost a whole entire quarter of Fenway Park stands are filled with fans from both the community of Swampscott and Marblehead coming together for this great and truly football game.
This has been the subject in school for all week. Looking forward to this game. I'm sure a lot of people from both Swampscott and Marblehead will be in attendance in Fenway here tonight.
It's like every classroom I went through in Swampscott High School was talking about the upcoming Thanksgiving game here. I believe there was no other conversation besides it.
Not at all.
And now, oh, sorry to cut you off, but continue.
The Big Blue very excited. This is their chance. This is what everyone in our school has been looking forward to at Swampscott. Let's see how that translates to the game here tonight.
And it looks like, I believe, Marblehead won the toss. And it looks like they're going to be taking down the far end of the field.
Marblehead winning the toss for the second year in a row and deferring, same exact outcome as last year. And Marblehead did come on top last year, 28-21 final score in the 2023 matchup to bring the win streak up to 13. As both teams running on, hyping each other up. We are almost at kickoff, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely something you don't want to miss, especially at Fenway Park. It's just the view and everything here is just magnificent. And while we have the time, honestly, let's just talk about where we are. One of the greatest places where one of the most greatest baseball teams in New England, the Boston Red Sox, winning numerous World Series championships and having great moments in history, including David Ortiz and many other home run hitters.
It's an outstanding privilege for everyone as the seconds are ticking down. Kickoff is among us, ladies and gentlemen. Big Blue special team unit, especially their return team, is electric. They definitely are happy to start with the ball. Keelan Davis, number 1, and number 3, Gabe Tripp, have had numerous kickoff returns, even some in the same game, both getting a touchdown in the same game on the kickoffs. Let's see if they can do that here and start off strong for the Big Blue.
And with that, Keelan Davis, with one of those returns, has scored a 80, I believe 80 and 88 and higher touchdown from that one kick. And with that, Gabe Tripp, the last game that we saw with them back at Bloxwood Field, he has gotten an interception. The last moment, Bay Path Regional had a chance to get a touchdown, making them go into the next round of the playoffs, but sadly lost to Fairhaven. But still, both teams having the privilege to play where the Boston Red Sox play. And with that, looks like Swampscott's ready to kick the ball and to get this game started here at Fenway Park. And we are underway as it flies down towards the 10. Picked up by number 19, trying to find an open hole. Gets through, but is brought down by the 35-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Marblehead.
The senior Julius Galante on the kickoff return for Marblehead, able to get it to around the 30 to 40-yard line. Some decent field position to start in the opening drive for the Magicians.
And with that, we'll be able to see Swampscott's first hand at defense. Henry Beitler playing through an injury, but he says he's okay to play. Hopefully we get to see him on the field tonight. 1st and 10 for the Magicians. Ball is snapped, looking to go in through the middle. Gets, I believe, 1 gain of a yard.
Von Hazel on the tackle for the Big Blue, shutting down the running back Brady Silvais on the carry for the Magicians. That Big Blue defensive line having a great season. Let's see if they can translate over to the Magicians matchup.
It is going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Magicians on the 37-yard line. Ball is snapped, trying to look for another opening. Finds it, gets picked up, gets taken down. And whistles one is going to be another gain of yards.
Ryan Giello making the tackle for the Big Blue. As soon as the carry was taken, Giello was right there and able to take him right down.
It's going to be 31 for the Magicians. I recently talked with Coach Bush the other day, asking him how excited he's going to be to play on this field. He says it's going to be a good game. Ball is snapped, going around side. And with that is stopped right on the line of downs. I believe Marblehead ain't going to get the first down.
Brian Giella recognized the play right away. Noticed the quarterback was running to the left. Noticed there's another man behind him. Was ready for the lateral and took him right down. That is a great play for the Big Blue defense.
Finn Gallup trying to get the ball away as fast as he can. Tries to get over to Jack Molinari, but is brought down by Jarlett instantly. 4th and 1. Marblehead is going to go for it. Passes it off and gets stopped. And I believe it's going to be a 1st and 10.
Demelowitz on the tackle for the Big Blue. Might have gotten there, might have been short. Let's see what the call is.
And it is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Magicians.
Jay Demelowitz for the Big Blue, getting the game-winning touchdown. Last in the second round matchup, which led the Big Blue to their Fairhaven matchup, which they could not take advantage of.
A fake play trying to go up the middle, but goes around. Is going to be a QB. Is going to be run by Gallup. And with that, it's going to be a gain of yards. 2nd down, and I believe 6 for the Magicians. Second and 3 for the Magicians. 9:08 left in the first quarter. As still both teams are stuck at 0.
It is still early. We just hit the 3-minute mark here at Fenway Park.
Ball snap, going to look for a pass. Trying to find a pass. It looks like he's going to be going for it. And it gets blocked out of bounds by Davis.
Finn Gallup using his legs, rolling out to the right side, realized no one was open, took it himself for a modest gain on the play.
That was actually going to be Henry Beitler getting in his way, forcing him to go out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Magicians once again. You can see the ball is snapped. He looks like he's going to go for a pass. Still sees the opening area left by Swampscott, so he guess he's going to go for it. And it was Nikhilin Davis forcing him to go out of bounds. 1st and 10 once again for the Magicians. Ball is snapped, going up the middle, stopped instantly. And I believe they're going to get at least a couple of yards on the play. 2nd down. And I believe it's going to say at 2nd and 10. Ball was passed, finds an opening, gets stopped, brought down. Whistle is blown. Marblehead gains a couple of yards on the play. I believe they're going to be closer to the 1st and 10.
See on the replay, a quick thrown over to number 18, Crew Monasco, and it was Nikhilin Davis able to wrap his arms around his legs and ultimately bring him down for a small gain on the play.
3rd and 5 for the Magicians. You have Jondo Garcia and Finn Gallup in the backfield. 3rd and 5, trying to go for it. Gets brought down. I believe they have the 1st and 10. And the Magicians have the 1st and 10 with that last play. Marblehead bringing the ball down slowly but surely down into Swampscott territory. Swampscott's doing a good job trying to hold them off, almost getting them down to turnover on downs, trying to get the ball back for Swampscott.
First and 10 for the Magicians.
Ball is snapped, gonna go up the middle. Is stopped. I believe it's going to be a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. 2nd down. 6:16 left in the first quarter. Marblehead has had numerous numerous first downs so far. 2nd and 8 with a gainage of 2 on the last play.
The Magicians taking their time with this drive. It's been only them this possession, 6 minutes into the drive and counting.
The ball is snapped a little bit high, going out on the outside, stopped. It is going to be stopped by Sam Morse. And it's going to be a 3rd down for the Magicians once again.
The sophomore Sam Morse making himself a season since getting that starting role. He's been electric for the Big Blue, definitely helping out that defensive line.
3rd and 5 once again for the Magicians on the 30-yard line. That is actually going to be 3rd and 5 from the 23-yard line. And with that, trying to get the opening, gets blocked and is brought down. I believe it's almost a first down, but is stopped short. But as the chains move, it is going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Magicians.
The Magicians have been driving down the field. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. The Big Blue offense hasn't even touched the ball yet, and we're past halfway in the first quarter.
First and 10 from the 17-yard line. Ball is snapped. Trying to find an open lane. Gets stopped by Nikhilin Davis and a bunch more. Brought down by Keeney and Davis. And it looks like it's going to be 2nd down for the Magicians. And our first burst of the fans section here at Fenway Park. As it's 2nd and 6 for the Magicians. Back on the line of scrimmage, ball is snapped, going up the middle once again, brought down. Is brought down by John Delicio. It's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Magicians, as they're in the red zone for the Big Blue.
The Big Blue defensive line, we've seen 2 players making plays that are also on the offensive line. John Delucio and Sam Morris both starting on the Big Blue offensive line, also getting reps on the defensive line, which is definitely an interesting strategy by head coach Bush. Let's see how that translates and if stamina becomes an issue down the stretch in this game. 1st
and 5. Trying to go in for the touchdown, gets it, and it is in. Marblehead is up first on the board, making it 6-0.
Magicians almost used 9 minutes of play time in the first quarter, but they did find the end zone towards the end with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first quarter.
And that you can see trying to find an open area through, finds it and gets in through for the touchdown as they're going to go for the point after attempt. Kicking is going to be number 36, Finavar Brescianen. And with that, it is good. It is 7-0 Marblehead. Marblehead having an early lead, but Swampscott will get the ball with the return.
John Bombarda and the rest of the Big Blue offense are under some pressure now, being down 7-0. Let's see how they respond with a little over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. But first we'll see the opening kickoff, which you cannot underestimate the Big Blue, and absolutely never underestimate Nikhilin Davis or Gabe Tripp on the kickoff returns. When they get the ball in their hands, they are electric.
That's right, Paul. Especially both, I've looked back at our stats, both Nikhilin Davis and Gabe Tripp have had kickoff return touchdowns. Nikhilin Davis had, I've actually seen way more from Nikhilin Davis. And Gabe Tripp almost has the same exact amount as Davis. But with that, it's going to be Davis And Gabe Tripp in the backfield once again for the return. Swampscott having the ball late in the first quarter as 3:13 left in the first quarter. And with that, the ball is kicked, and it looks like it's going to go to Gabe Tripp. Tripp trying to find an open route. And with that, gets brought down, I believe, by the 30-yard line. And with that, Swampscott has their first opportunity to get to, has their first opportunity for first down on offense. And with that, John Bombarda is going to be bringing onto the field definitely what we hope is multiple first downs and a returning touchdown as a response to Marblehead's first touchdown of the quarter. First and 10 running up the side. Henry Beitler is in the game, definitely able to play.
Henry Beitler opening the Big Blue offense with a rush. He had 156 carries this season with 1,200 yards. There's an outstanding season for the senior Henry Beitler in his final game with the Big Blue. Let's see if he can make it a good one.
Yeah, Henry Beitler having a Bush with 233, ball is snapped. And with that, it's going to be a gainage of a couple of yards. And that whistle is blown, it's going to be third. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be third in, I think it's going to be third and medium for the Big Blue. This is going to be 3rd and 5 for the Big Blue.
It's definitely going to be a difficult first down for the Big Blue to get. Let's see what they call here.
Ball is snapped. Bombarda is in the open. And is it caught? It is not. Liam Keeney wide open. Looks like he had the ball in his hands.
Bombarda wishes he had that one back. As we look on the replay, rolling out right, gets a throw. He had Keeney for a long gain. He was outrunning the defenders. He wishes he had that one back, but they have no choice but to shake it off, send out the punt team, and give the ball back to the Magicians.
And the ball is kicked. It looks like it's not going to go far, but it will. Picked up. And Keelan Davis, almost had a hand on him, but is brought down by the 41-yard line. It is going to be 1st and 10 for the Magicians once again.
It's actually Noah Bascon on the first tackle attempt. Couldn't get there, and he had some help out from his team to bring him down at around the 40-yard line, I believe.
As we still the first quarter, Marblehead up by a touchdown, by 7 points. But still, this is only the beginning of what is the greatest game to happen this year. As both teams are fighting, this is technically going to be their Super Bowl, as they will get bragging rights for whoever wins. 1st and 10 for the Magicians. Ball is snapped. Almost gaining a couple of yards, but is brought down instantly.
As we saw, Samu Bala, another senior for the Big Blue, as soon as the handoff was given, he was right behind the running back, able to bring him down to stop any forward progress for happening for the Magicians.
And with that, we're reaching the final 60 seconds of the first quarter. Definitely is going fast. It's going to be 2nd and I believe it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Magicians as they had no gainage of yards on the play. Ball is snapped. Looking for a pass. It's caught.
It was dropped to the intended target for the Magicians. Finn Gallup, I believe. Getting some snaps all over the field at quarterback, at receiver. Marblehead do like running their quarterback rotation. And the Big Blue fans making themselves known on the chance. This is what they like to do at home. They're making sure they have some rooting advantage, making sure they are there for the Big Blue when they need them the most.
And with that, it's 3rd and 10 as from our view, it's magnificent, but it's a little bit hard to see where the ball is caught and dropped. 3rd and 10 for the Magicians. And with that, it is almost brought up instantly. But with that whistle is blown.
It's a nice tackle for number 1 for the Big Blue, Keelan Davis.
And with that, it's going to be a 1st down for the Magicians as they run it up the middle and is brought down by Davis. Davis definitely looking for the cracks inside Marblehead's offensive line.
Keelan Davis having a 77 tackle season.
Ball is snapped. QB running with it. Flag is thrown. And with that, a whistle flag on the play.
And as of right now, the first quarter will be over unless there's another play after the flag, depending on who it is on.
I'm not sure who the penalty is going to be on. And with that, we'll figure out the penalty when we come back. But first, we're going to send it down to Joey Blood, back down with that for the first quarter report.
My, what have we here? The first touchdown of the game done by Marblehead, as I'm pretty sure Josh or Paul might have already said. Have we seen here some highlights? Marblehead was on the offensive for a whole 9 minutes with just one drive. Swampscott's going to need to get that up and change it around so they have more time on offense themselves. Also, get more things on 3rd down, and that's about it for me right now, as I'm going to be sending it back up to Josh and Paul.
Thank you, Joey. With that, it is going to be a 1st and 20 for the Magicians. Definitely not a great start to have the first penalty of the game.
There's a 10-yard penalty against the Magicians. Let's see how this stacks up on 1st down.
Looking for an open shot, is caught. Davis running, trying to get him, and he's brought down.
Wide open on the play. Sam Thompson for the Magicians. Broken coverage by the Big Blue, didn't see him, and the quarterback, Colt Wales, taking advantage.
You can just see Davis rushing over there, trying to stop him from getting another touchdown within the first quarter bracket. As now we're heading into the second quarter. The clock is reset. Marblehead still up by 7.
1st and 20, no problem for the Magicians. Big play. They're in the 10-yard line. They're actually going to be on exactly the 7-yard line. So to the 1st and goal for the Magicians. The Big Blue defense has had no answers so far. That could change later down the stretch, as the Big Blue are definitely a second half majority team. Coach Bush, whenever he gets a word with his team at the halftime break, he knows what to say and how to coach in his 2nd year as being the head coach for the Big Blue. So it looks like they actually forgot to switch sides at the end of the first quarter. The play will stand, but they will just switch back. So now they will be coming towards the booth.
as Marblehead's jogging back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 7 for the Magicians after that. What an amazing throw by Gallup. Ball is thrown, pushing to the middle, stopped, and it goes in for another touchdown. And with that, Marblehead is up by 6. It's up by 12.
They're going to be up by 13 with the PAT coming up. Let's see if they get it. They went for one last time and got it. The kicker for the Magicians, who's also a lefty, I noticed. Bresnahan for the Magicians. He'll go for his 2nd PAT of the night.
Finbar with the kick, and it is good. Marblehead is up by 14 early in the first half. With that, Swampscott has their 2nd chance on offense, trying to score and get points on the board before halftime.
The Big Blue definitely off to a shaky start. A quick 3 and out for the Big Blue offense, getting the ball back to the Magicians and scoring only 6 seconds into the 2nd quarter. It's been a slow start for the Big Blue, but that looks to change with John Bombardo leading the team back out.
And as once again, McKeelan Davis and Gabe Tripp back in the backfield once again for receiving. And the fan section loving their faces on the Jumbotron, as we're seeing here, as Marblehead is about to kick off once again, 14-0, 11:54 in the 2nd quarter. And it's an onside kick, goes in between the legs, picked up by Tripp. Tripp gets past 1 and gets caught up and is going to be brought down by the 25-yard line. Not a great start for the Big Blue where they are, but knowing with Coach Bush and his plans onto getting more yardage downfield, it's honestly going to be like nothing.
Any 14-0 deficit is definitely a strong one to start, not even a minute into the 2nd quarter. Anything is possible if you're the Big Blue, as they'll run onto the field for a 1st and 10.
First and 10 on the 28. Beitler running up the middle, gets brought down.
Henry Beitler unable to make anything on that play. He averaged nearly 8 yards per carry in the regular season, so definitely an unusual little to no gain on the play as you see him run out onto the sideline. And in the backfield, it looks like we're going to have the freshman, Jamison O'Keefe. I loved what I seen out of the freshman O'Keefe. He came in late, but when he got the ball, he was electric, just knowing what to do with it, and only being a freshman as he gets his first carry of the game.
Ball is snapped, 2nd and 10 for the Big Blue, but it's going to turn into 3rd after that little carry. It's going to be 3rd down, and still 3rd and 10 for the Big Blue, as we almost saw off a false start on the Magicians, but caught himself. Henry Beitler in the backfield once again, and it's going to be looking for a pass. Get stopped. And with that, Bombardo just had to throw it out.
Liam Keeney was trying to get the ball, signaling to Bombardo. He had a run on the defenders, but Bombardo was under too much pressure, rolling out to the right side. Couldn't get a throw off, as I think that'll bring it up to 4th down for the Big Blue. It's going to be their second 3 and out of the game.
As that it's going to be a punt for the Big Blue once again. Ball is snapped. Davis with the ball. And a heavy kick. And it doesn't go to the designated person, but Swampscott's going to get there first. And with that, it's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Magicians. 9:54 left in the second quarter. Marblehead up by 14. Swampscott hasn't gone on the board yet, but is definitely sure to change soon.
The Big Blue offense definitely struggling on top of the defense. The defense needs to get a stop here to get some pressure off of the offense. The Magicians scoring touchdowns on both their 2 drives. This is their 3rd of the game with a little under 10 minutes left in the first half. Looks like we'll see Finn Gallup back at the quarterback position for the Big Blue, or for the Magicians, excuse me. As we saw Colt Wills getting the touchdown, well, being at quarterback for the touchdown.
Ball is snapped, going to run up the middle. And with that brought down by Will Bush and a bunch of other Swampscott defenders. 2nd down. And with that, it's going to be, I believe, a gainage of 2 on the play. If not, it's going to be a gainage of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Magicians. Second and 5 for the Magicians. Ball is snapped, going up the middle once again, but is brought down. And with that, it's a little bit short of a 1st down. 3rd, and I believe possibly inches, or 3rd and 1 for the Magicians. It's going to be 3rd and 1, 8:49 left in the first half. Ball is snapped, trying to rush up the middle once again. Marblehead gets the 1st and 10. Carried by Brady's Sobeus. And with that, 1st and 10 for the Magicians.
Magicians have been driving and driving, getting 1st down after 1st down. It's starting to add up for the Big Blue defense as they do just get another one. Big Blue defense has been struggling to start the game, but that may change later down the stretch when they need them the most.
Back on the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 for the Magicians. 7:55 left in the first half. Ball is snapped, looks like going for the outside. Looks at Davis, gets caught by Davis and brought down.
Keelan Davis going straight for the legs, brought down number 6, Rylan Golden by the legs. Davis making the big play for the Big Blue. That definitely is going to try to build up some momentum, is definitely what the Big Blue need on defense.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Magicians after a great tackle by Davis. Back of the line of scrimmage with the fan section acting up again, looking for a pass. Gets rushed, looks, and is caught once open again. Tripp is the last line of defense with that. And Marblehead scores once again, increasing the score by 6 once again.
The Big Blue defense having no answers for the Magicians. 20-0 with the PAT pending. The Big Blue need to regroup and restructure, replan. They need to do a lot of new things later down the stretch to keep it a ball game. And
with that, they're bringing back out the lefty kicker, Finnabar Breshanen.
2 for 2 in the game so far.
And Brady Savelis with the carry for the 3rd touchdown. And with that, it's going to be good. Marblehead up by 21. 7 minutes exact left in the first half. Swampscott still has a lot of time to recover from this and bring points onto the board. And the return team is back out on the field once again. That's 7 minutes left in the first half. Marblehead leading this game early, 21-0. And with that, Swampscott has another chance for offense as they are receiving the ball once again. Davis and Tripp back in the backfield, goes straight to Tripp once again. Tripp trying to find the open spot. He does. He gets past 2 and is brought down by the 45-yard line. Great carry for Tripp.
That's step 1 if you're the Big Blue trying to fight for a comeback. Keep in mind, they get the ball. I believe the Big Blue get the ball at half. Is that correct, Josh?
That is correct. Marblehead won the toss, so Swampscott will get the ball in the second half.
If you get a touchdown here, if you're Swampscott, get a stop, get the ball back and score again. You had yourself a ball game, but all it starts now with Von Barda back at quarterback for the Big Blue.
Beitler running up the middle, gets a couple of yards on the play after being almost tripped at the line of scrimmage.
The run game is not there for the Big Blue. Very unusual to see Henry Beitler stop. It's very, not even that difficult if you're the Magicians.
With that 2nd and 7 for the Big Blue, a gainage of 3 on the play. Von Barda looking for an open teammate. Finds Davis, but it is dropped. And with that, it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Big Blue on the 46-yard line.
Mistakes starting to add up for the Big Blue.
And once again, the fan section from Marblehead and Swampscott. It's great to hear the banter back and forth between both towns. 3rd and 7 for the Big Blue on the 46. 6:19 left. Von Barda in the background. Finds it. With that, it's flags on the play. It looks like
pass interference.
It is definitely pass interference. Definitely can't do that in a football game. And just like magic, Swampscott with the return in the fan section. And with that, it's going to be an automatic 1st down for the Big Blue.
Good start for the Big Blue offense. This drive have been struggling. I believe that's their first down of the game. They're going to look to make it more and drive all the way down the field.
Ball is snapped once again. Beitler with the carry. Is going to be brought down by Colt Wales. 2nd and 10 for the Big Blue.
Henry Beitler is struggling this game. The run game is just not there for the Big Blue. The Big Blue are going to have to regroup and figure out what's to change to make that game work.
That penalty definitely helps Swampscott with the 1st down after being literally pushed out of the way, basically being pushed out of route. So he didn't catch the ball. Another pass caught, but dropped. Almost an interception, but denied. With that, it's going to be 3rd and 10 once again for the Big Blue. 5:20 left in the first half. Marblehead still leading the game, up by 21.
Cameron Quigley for the Magicians couldn't hold on with the pressure. Could have been a great interception for the Magicians to really take control of this game. The Big Blue will catch a lucky break, and it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Big Blue.
And that gets carried around. Beitler with the carry. I believe a gainage of 2 on the play.
They'll make 4th down a little more manageable, but not by much if you're the Big Blue and want to go for it.
It was brought down by Drew Goldman. It is going to be 4th down, and I believe still 10. It's going to be a gainage of 1. 4th and 9. Swampscott's going for it.
This is needed if you're the Big Blue.
It is caught by Liam Keating. But with that, it's not going to be getting far. And that a great catch by Keeney, but almost close to the 1st down. But Marblehead is going to have to turn over on downs, which they will have the ball once again, making Swampscott go on to defense. 4:10 left in the first half. Still 21-0.
If you're the Big Blue and you want to make a comeback, you need a stop here with 4 minutes left. Go into halftime, regroup, figure out what the next plays are. Go out after halftime and get a touchdown on the board. That all starts with a stop here with the Magicians starting on their 30-yard line.
Ball snapped. QB going up the middle and is brought down by the 40-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd and short, I believe, for the Magicians. Second and 1 for the Magicians, running up the middle once again. They definitely have the 1st and 10 now.
First and 10 for the Magicians. Snap taken, handed off, and brought down. It's going to be a decent gain for the Magicians with 2 minutes and 40 seconds counting in the first half.
Definitely make sure to stay tuned for halftime with Paul and Dawson Navari for the halftime report. A good yardage of play for the Magicians, but it's going to be 2nd and 3. .208 left in the first half. 2nd and 3 for the Magicians. Looking for a pass. Going for it. Intercepted it is intercepted by Jay Domalowitz. He's still up, he's still going. Big Blue 1st down. One of the greatest plays made.
Jay Domalowitz making the play for the Big Blue. He goes from game-winning touchdown to a huge interception, a much-needed interception for the Big Blue. That is a huge step. Give the Big Blue momentum. Let them get in the end zone. Build up the momentum into halftime. This is what you need if you're the Big Blue. Big play by Jay Domalowitz. It
was starting from a pass from Colt Wales all the way over to, I believe, to Carter Shagan. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And a straight pass to Jay Domilowitz as they're trying to distract us with the Jumbotron as the Swampscott fan section is going crazy. 1st and 10 for the Big Blue, carried by Henry Beitlers, and is brought down by the 45-yard line.
Big interception, building up momentum, didn't translate over to the carry. The Big Blue run game it's been a rough one if you're Swampscott. You just need to keep going. Got a minute 30 left. I believe you have all your timeouts. So let's see if the Big Blue can get something going with a last-minute drive.
2nd and 10. Von Barta still with the ball. Passed over to Davis. Davis with the ball, but is brought down by the 43, by the 43, excuse me. And with that, it's going to be 3rd, and I believe almost short for the Big Blue.
The timeout is going to be called on for Swampscott. It will. Stop the clock with 1 minute and 11 seconds left.
There's going to be a gainage of 2 on the play, 3rd and 8 for the Big Blue. As you see, both coaches are with their teams trying to figure out a play. Marblehead trying to stop Swampscott. Swampscott trying to get the extra 8 yards for a 1st down.
The Big Blue are in a 2-minute drill now. 1:11 left in the first half. Coach Bush having one last word before halftime. Let's see what they can figure out.
Out of the timeout. 3rd and 8 on the 41-yard line. 2nd quarter, 1:11 left. Marblehead up by 21. Von Barta with the ball, with the pass, and it is caught. It is a 1st down for Swampscott. Carried is Jay Domilowitz once again.
Jay Domilowitz making himself known to this Magicians team, having himself a great last 3 minutes with an interception and a much-needed reception as well to bring up the 1st down for the Big Blue.
A dime pass from Von Barta to Domilowitz. 1st and 10. Ball is snapped, almost caught by Domilowitz again, but a little bit too far out of his reach. 1:03 left in the 1st half. And I believe there was a penalty. If not, I'm not sure what it was on. With that 2nd and 10 on the 30-yard line. Von Barta looking for another pass. Passes it to Beitler. Beitler with the catch. He's still up and is brought down by the 34-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Big Blue with 54 seconds left in the 1st half. And definitely make sure to stay tuned for the halftime report with Dawson DeBerry and Paul Vargunas. As of right now, Jay Domilowitz is the person to watch as he has the 1st interception of the game and a catch to make it from 3rd and 8 to 1st and 10. But it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Big Blue with 54 seconds left in the 1st half.
Definitely a good start for Domilowitz, but it is a team sport. The Big Blue have been, in general, just a little bit slower than usual against this Marblehead team, but they do have the ball, have some momentum going. 1 timeout left. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Swampscott using another timeout. Marblehead hasn't used one yet. As both teams break out of the timeout. 3rd and 10 for the Big Blue. Swampscott is so close of getting to Marblehead's red zone. And the students and the fan section is going wild, chanting, "Let's go, Big Blue." Ball is snapped with a pass, and it's an interception from Marblehead. And it's going to be brought down by Von Barta himself. And with that 43 seconds left, Marblehead has the ball once again. First and 10 for the Magicians.
If the Magicians score in this drive, they have all 30 timeouts, 43 seconds. Definitely doable for the Magicians. If they get a touchdown here, it'll make it a lot harder for the Big Blue to start a comeback.
And it was carried, and it was intercepted by Gunther Fehrenbach and brought down by Von Barda and Sam Morse. And with that, ball is snapped, trying to stop Marblehead from getting yardage is successful. And with that 35 seconds left in the first half.
Tackle made inbounds, and there's the timeout for the Magicians.
And we're gonna bring it down to the field with Joey and the 50-50 raffle winner. At halftime, we're gonna bring it down to Joey and the 50-50 winner. 31 seconds to go. Swampscott down by 21. 2nd and 3 for the Magicians. Marblehead using one of their 3 timeouts in the first half. Swampscott out of the timeout. Marblehead just getting out of theirs. 31 seconds left until half. 2nd and 3 for the Magicians. Ball is snapped, and it's going to be a run from the QB. Brought down by Nikhilin Davis and many other defensemen for the Big Blue. And with that's going to be a 1st and 10 for Marblehead with 22 seconds left in the first half.
Another timeout called by the Magicians, stopping the clock with 22 seconds left. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Magicians. They're driving down the field. I believe they have 1 or 2 timeouts left in the first half. Let's see if they can get a touchdown going. They have 1 left.
Swampscott's out of their timeout early. Marblehead just getting out of theirs. 1st and 10, 22 seconds left in the first half. Magicians have the ball on the 38. Ball is snapped, looking for a pass. Finds the open route, almost stopped. Flag is thrown down. With that in, is deflected. Plays no good. Not sure who the penalty is going to be on, but we will find out shortly.
Clock ran for about 8 seconds there, winding down. There's 14 seconds left.
And it's going to be, I believe it's going to be holding against Marblehead. And with that, it's going to put them back a little bit.
It's going to bring them back 10 yards, take away the play. I believe it'll be 1st and 20 for the Magicians.
Yeah, you can see in the replay, Paul, on the right-hand side, you can see Swampscott trying to come in through the side, through the corner, but is being held and pushed down. And with that, it's going to be a 1st and 20. 14 seconds left in the first half.
1 timeout left for each side. It'll likely be used if the Magicians can get a play going.
Ball is on the 48. 1st and 20. Looking for a play, looking for an open teammate, is caught open. And with that, Marblehead has another touchdown on the board. They're up by 27.
That is what you hate to see if you're the Big Blue. You needed to hold them out there to give your team a chance, and they got another big play. It's big play after big play for the Magicians, and that's really set the tone this game.
Touchdown is made by Crew Monaco. 5 seconds left in the first half. And with that, the kick is good. 28-0 Marblehead. Almost ending the first half, leading by 4. Swampscott still has a whole entire another half to bring things back into action.
Definitely not over if you're the Big Blue. The Magicians replicated the amount of points they scored last year in the first half, which is definitely not a good sign for the Big Blue, while also not being able to get anything going on offense. But there's still 5 seconds left. There is a chance for a kickoff return or a big play for Swampscott, but you really need to regroup and make sure halftime you get some good words out in halftime.
Swampscott back out for the receiving team. Hopefully to make one final push before the clock strikes 0 and we go into halftime. And with that, a low bounce picked up by Tripp once again. Tripp finds an opening. He's gone. Will he be gone? Gabe Tripp. And with that, Swampscott before the halftime. Touchdown, Gabe Tripp. And Swampscott is on the board. First time here tonight at Fenway Park.
That is what you need if you're the Big Blue. Let up the Magicians touchdown, no problem. Get it right back. That's something you like if you're going into halftime. Great play by Gabe Tripp. You can never count out this Big Blue special teams unit. They got the touchdown. They're going for the PAT. Joe Marino will be the kicker for the Big Blue. But that is something to smile at going into halftime. Good memory for Gabe Tripp, but now you have a fighting chance. You get the ball at half. You have a chance now. If the defense can make some plays, the offense can make some plays, you are right back in it.
Gabe Tripp with a 80-yard, I believe almost an 80-yard return. Almost the same exact as Nikhil Davis as the game against Bay Path Regional.
The Big Blue get the ball at half as well. Definitely a great chance for the Big Blue to get a comeback, cut the lead down to 2 scores.
Ball is snapped, and with the kick is deflected and is no good. And that will take us into the half. Marblehead leading up by 28-6. And we're going to bring it down to the field with Joey Blood and the 50-50 raffle winner. Joey, who is our lucky winner tonight?
And that will do it for the first half of the game, including the second quarter, as the final score of the first half is going to be 28-6 after that just amazing touchdown from a kickoff from Gabe Tripp. Here I have with me Julie Tapper, who is a part of the Big Blue Band Boosters. She is going to be doing the 50-50 band raffle today. For the people who are participating in this, what are they going to win?
So the winner will win 50% of all the money that we've raised as part of the fundraiser.
And where will the other part of that money end up going?
The other part will go to the Swampscott Marching Band. It supports scholarships as well as funding things like new instruments.
Okay, that sounds great. I think now we should draw a raffle.
Sorry, my hand's shaking.
It's kind of hard to read, but it looks like it either says Miss Blar or Miss...
The number is 00014, and we have a phone number, so we will also be giving you a call. Congratulations to the winner.
Congratulations, as now we're going to be sending you up to Dawson and Paul in the booth.
Swampscott High School Marching Band. And the Swampscott High School 2024 cheerleaders.
Hello and welcome to our little halftime report with me, Paul Barbunas, and joining me today, Dawson DeBerry. Dawson, what do you think your biggest takeaway so far in this game is?
You know, if you're the Big Blue, Paul, you kind of just got to burn the tapes of the first 23 minutes and 55 seconds of that first half. You know, nothing went well until Gabe Tripp broke off that kickoff return to end the half to at least close the gap a little bit. You know, still a long way to go, 28-6 right now. You know, this drive is really going to make or break the game right now. Big Blue have a chance to either cut it to a two-score game or give the ball right back to Marblehead with all the momentum. And I think it really starts with winning the line of scrimmage. In that first half, the Big Blue could not stop Marblehead's run, and they couldn't get Henry going. So those are two things they really got to focus on getting into this half.
Definitely, the Big Blue have been struggling. If Gabe Tripp didn't get that big kickoff return, we'd be in a completely different game. But Dustin, how do you think the Big Blue win this game?
Well, like I said, they got to win the line of scrimmage, get their run game going, stop the run game of Marblehead, and they got to stop having these defensive breakdowns in the secondary. You know, too many open receivers finding their way past that cornerback and getting into the secondary open for an easy pass for Colt Wales. You know, they got to have a threat of a pass. You know, they have to be able to at least give the threat that they can complete a pass and get a couple first downs. Again, this drive is absolutely massive, Paul.
This is definitely, the Big Blue defense has been struggling, but the Big Blue do get the ball. That'll make or break the drive, as Dawson did state. But that'll do it for the halftime show with me, Dawson DeBarry, and Paul Barbunas. Catch us right back where me and Josh Harriman will take back over for the second half. Welcome back after our halftime review. As Dawson and I did mention, this possession will make or break the game for the Big Blue. The Big Blue score a touchdown, you're still in this game. They get a Marblehead force a turnover, it's likely a ball game. Still a whole second half left in action. Josh, how do you think the Big Blue will rank up in the second half?
Definitely, they've seen them. Definitely, they've seen what Marblehead is capable of doing. They've seen most of their plays. I believe Marblehead is going to try and copy and do the same exact things, either rush up the middle, do a QB sneak or an HB toss, something like that. But definitely the key thing here is to stop Marblehead from getting any more points. We had Gabe Tripp within the last 5 seconds of the first half get a little bit over an 80-yard return before the half. And definitely now Swampscott will have their first chance in the second half to be on offense. Hopefully they can turn it around, bring it into a close game.
The Big Blue definitely need to work on containing Colt Wills, but right now they're on offense with another kickoff return. Tripp running, still on his feet and brought down. Looks like it'll be around the 30-yard line. He had one more man to beat and he might have gotten home, but the Big Blue will start on their own 30-yard line with John Vombarda leading the team after halftime. Let's see what Coach Bush said and if any of it can work.
And with that, the Swampscott line is really good at stuff like this. They faced them in the regular season beforehand, and I'm not sure if they faced them in the playoff season. But they've definitely faced each other in the regular season, and they definitely know each other's plays by now. 1st and 10 for the Big Blue. Handoff. No, it was a fake handoff to Vombarda, taking himself for, looks like a small gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Big Blue. Definitely a smart move by Vombarda because he saw the opening on his right side. He was trying to look for an open person to pass. He saw the opportunity. He took it. Definitely got more yardage than he anticipated. Definitely. 2nd and 4, especially on the 35. Gain of 6. Henry Beitler back in the backfield. You need to get him going if you're Swampscott. He made up a majority of the yards of a 1,200-yard season. Definitely helped the Big Blue out, but he needs to get going if the Big Blue are going to have a chance. And the handoff will go to Beitler. And Beitler can't get over the little hump, and it will bring up 3rd down for the Big Blue. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3 for the Big Blue. Broken huddle. Swampscott need this 1st down to keep the drive going. You could be in 4-down territory if you're Swampscott. So you see the handoff to Beitler again, and Beitler going to have no protection and brought down for a loss, it looks like. Going to bring up a 4th down for the Big Blue. Definitely a slow start after the 6-yard gain on the read option. And Swampscott will send out the punt team. This is where it's scary for Swampscott. You need a stop if you're the defense. There was a loss on the previous play. Punt team sent out for Swampscott. Davis punts it up high. Bouncing. Bascon in the area. They'll let the ball roll, and it will be picked up. Looks like it was Sam Ubala picking it up for the Big Blue. Marblehead's offense has been electric. Colt Wills has been the key player to watch when he's been at quarterback. Marblehead have been running a quarterback rotation so far this game. We've seen multiple quarterbacks out of the Magicians. Let's see who they run here with their opening drive in the 2nd half. Looks like we'll have Colt Wills at quarterback once again for the Magicians. Demilowitz got the 1st and only turnover for the Big Blue with the interception. Let's see what the Big Blue can do this time. Wills, HB toss to the right side. Still going and brought down at the 35-yard line. It was Brady Silvais on the carry for the Magicians. Going to make a modest gain for the Magicians. So it looks like it was Liam Keeney making the tackle for the Big Blue. Definitely a great stoppage for Swampscott, but Marblehead still has only 4 yards. They've been known for going on the outside, and sometimes if they have the gaps in the center of the line of scrimmage, they might go for it through the middle with the QB or the running back. But mostly they've been going through the outside, and exactly right here going up the middle where it is weak. Handoff down the middle. Looks like it was Silvais on the carry. Good enough for a Magician's 1st down, I believe. And yes, it is. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Magicians. 1st downs have not been an issue for them. They've been getting 1st down after 1st down, touchdown after touchdown with some big plays. Taking advantage of some broken coverage from the Big Blue. Let's see what they do here with 1st down. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Wales taking the snap for a pass. Screen to the right side. Caught. Rolling out right. Has some room. Going out left. Still on his feet. No one can tackle him. Keeney tackle. Davis making the tackle for the Big Blue. Making the play, Rylan Golden for the Magicians. Rolling out right. Finding some open space on the left side. Going all the way down to the left side. Multiple Big Blue defenders couldn't make the tackle, and that will be another first down for the Magicians.
Honestly, it took a little bit of time to bring him down. Seeing Keeney, it was Dumalois tried to bring him down. Keeney tried to bring him down, and finally Davis with the final attack to bring him down. Still, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Magicians once again, but hopefully Swampscott can stop him soon.
See another carry taken, brought down for a small gain. I believe that's going to bring up 2nd down for the Magicians offense. Big Blue defense need a stop here to stay in this game. Wales still the quarterback, but we have Bannis in the backfield as the ball is going to be fake handed off. Wales taking himself left side. Stiff arm still going. 4 defenders bring him down on the 10-yard line. Looks like it's going to be another big play by the Magicians. It could be like around a 20-yard gain. As the ball will be on their 8-yard line.
Wales almost had the attempt of a touchdown right there, but has had a little bit of hesitation of either going left or right when met up with the Swampscott defenders. Kind of took a couple seconds there then, and all with that causing for the Swampscott defenders to come in and make the tackle.
1st and 10 here for the Magicians. I believe this time we have Garcia in the backfield. As the ball will be faked off. Will's rolling to the right side, looking for a pass. Signaling open man as Will taking himself and tackled out of bounds for a small gain on the play.
And now the real thing is, Paul, is they're inches away from the touchdown. They're at the 1-yard line, basically 1 step and they're in. As see the fake from Wales trying to look like he's trying to find an open player. Sees the open right side, but then gets pushed out right at the last second.
So Sam Thompson calling for the ball that play. Wales couldn't get it there. This time we have Silvais in the backfield once again. Ball is handed off to him. Brought down. Touchdown, Marblehead. To make it 34-6 with the PAT pending. Game looks to be a little out of stretch for the Big Blues. Still 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. As we did previously state, that last drive was crucial. Couldn't get anything. Marblehead got the ball back, got another touchdown. As they've scored every drive besides one thanks to the interception by Develowitz. Lefty kicker back up. Kick is good. 35-6 is your score. Magicians are in the lead big.
There is still time for Swampscott to get back into this game, as everybody will eventually run out of energy. It seems that Marblehead started off strong, but it seems like they might be starting to lose their energy that they had within the first half. But there's still the rest of this quarter and the last 4th quarter for the Big Blue to get more points on the board.
One more chance here for Swampscott. They get the ball back. They also are going to be receiving the ball. That's the way they scored their first and only touchdown thanks to the Gabe Tripp kick return. Marblehead fans getting hyped up as they should. They're trying to make the win streak to 14. kicking team is ready for the Magicians, and the Big Blue receiving team are ready as well. Tripp and Davis in the backfield as per usual. Kick is up, back to Tripp. That's a bold idea for the kicker. Tripp taking it, can't find anything, and is brought down at around the 24-yard line.
Still great yardage by Tripp. Trying to find, doing the most tactic thing, trying to find the opening spots. You see, after the kick, it goes straight to him like they want him to have the ball. He finds the opening shot, but then gets closed in by Marblehead. Has nowhere else to go as they close in around him.
Big Blue offense getting ready. They need a big play, and they need a big play badly. Beitler in the backfield. He struggled this game. Lombardo on the pass, using his legs, rolling out right and brought down for the sack. I believe that was, looks like that was number 51, Declan Gibson making the sack. Lombardo trying to use his legs, expand the play, brought down by his lower leg. So you see on the replay, just brought right down. It's going to make it second and very long for the Big Blue. It's going to be second and 22 because of the 12-yard sack. Lombardo snaps. Fake handoff. Ball is, I believe, caught.
That is 100% caught, Paul. As Liam Keeney, that was actually Joe Marino with the carry.
Joe Marino, haven't seen him much this game. Hopefully that will change this drive. Try to get down the field and into the end zone. Big Blue offense has been struggling as part of the defense. Just not what you've been expecting from the Big Blue after a great season, almost making it to the Super Bowl. Snap taken, Bombardo rolling out right. Flag thrown and brought down again.
A third flag within the game is definitely something you don't want to see. The first two were against Marblehead, against holding, and I forget what the other one was, but we'll find out who it is on this flag.
Bombardo, it looks like it wasn't ready for the snap, trying to make an audible. Picks up the ball and brought down. Flags are thrown, though that could take the big loss away.
And I believe it's going to be going against the Magicians. Once again, Magicians have all 3 penalties thrown here tonight at this game.
That is the only downside you could say, if the Magicians have any, are the flags that have cost them a little bit. The Big Blue need to start taking advantage of those flags and of those chances. Because of the flag, that'll be an automatic first down. A little bit of a get out of jail free card if you're the Big Blue, as it was 3rd and 22, able to get the automatic first down and keep the drive going. Lombardo snaps, hands it off to Beitler. Beitler running, and that will be a 5-yard gain, maybe his longest of the game so far.
It's honestly good that we see Beitler in this game. I've heard from a few people that he wouldn't be in due to a small injury that he had a couple of days ago, but it's good that he's still able to play, and possibly does have an injury, but is playing through it.
Maybe affecting him this game as Bombardo takes it himself. Room ahead of him, brought down by 3 defenders. Was that good enough for a first down? And it looks like it was. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Big Blue. Bombardo looking, sees pressure, takes it himself, able to get the first down and a couple extra yards on top.
Definitely a great call by Bombardo. You can't find an open teammate, you just got to take it in yourself.
Bombardo looking for a pass, finds Beitler. Beitler spins, still on his feet, and brought down from behind on the 45-yard line. 2nd down for the Big Blue.
A Great catch by Beitler, but it looks like it almost looked like he was being held on, but luckily Marblehead, it wasn't called a penalty on Marblehead. Still 2nd and 11.
Loss of 1 on the play. Bombarda looking for a pass, rolling out right, trying to spin and tackled from behind. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Big Blue. The pressure is really getting to Bombarda. The Magicians' defensive line really setting the tone. Third and 9 for the Big Blue. Bombarda stepping back, going deep, and it's caught!
Marino bringing it way downfield.
Joe Marino making the play for the Big Blue. As I said earlier, we haven't seen him much this game. There he is, making the big catch in triple coverage. Very bold decision to throw for by Bombarda, but that'll bring the Big Blue into the red zone as we see him just chuck it up. Marino's in the area, got past number 28 on the Magicians, Dylan Glass, able to get a Big Blue 1st down. Bombarda hands it off to Beitler. Beitler is brought down at the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Big Blue.
Just like you said, Paul, bringing it up to 2nd and 5, but let's just talk about that last play for a second. Just like you said, Joe Marino has not been in this game so much. You haven't seen much of him, but that definitely was his callback card saying, here I am.
Marino and Davis lined up on the left side. Bombarda snaps it, throws it immediately to Demelowitz and brought down. Good enough for a Big Blue 1st down on the play. They are driving. This is what you need to see out of the Big Blue offense.
Especially with 1 minute and 33 left in the 3rd. Swampscott getting closer to Marblehead's end zone.
The 35-6 deficit is huge. Let's see if they can start to overcome it. 1st and goal for the Big Blue on the 7-yard line of the Magicians. Bombarda hands it off to Beitler. And brought down for a little gain.
Swampscott definitely getting closer and closer to Marblehead's touchdown. 2nd and 6. Just one great play by Bombarda, and they'll be in the end zone.
Bombarda looking for a pass. Rolling out left and brought down at the 20-yard line. The Big Blue offensive line have been struggling as Brady Selvice making the sack for the Big Blue. That'll bring up, I believe, 3rd down. Loss of 11 on the play. The Big Blue were fighting, got momentum, but then the sack just shut them right down. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. As we're gonna cut it down to Joey. Joey, what do you think the Big Blue needs to do? It's definitely been a one-sided game. What are your takes on it?
And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. The final score of this quarter being 35-6. Marblehead. There have been some huge key moments, such as how player Brady Selve has done amazing and immaculate this quarter. He's gotten many, many tackles, and his name has been said on the loudspeakers quite a few times, as we've even seen many people holding up posters of his name. Also, there was just a huge, huge play for the Big Blue, which did not turn up being successful in the end. But it was a huge throw by Bombarda over to Joe Marino for 29 yards, getting them so close to the end zone. And it seems as if every single drive that Marblehead has had this quarter has ended up in a touchdown. Well, none of them have resulted in anything for Swampscott thus far. That's about it, but I'm going to send you back up to the booth.
Thank you, Joey, as it has been Thank you, Joey, as it's been a very one-sided game. The Marino play definitely got some momentum built back up for the Big Blue, if any is left.
They went pretty well.
Fields are switching sides. Let's see what happens here. At least it's going to be 3rd and 20. It's going to be a tough way for the Big Blue to overcome, but if they do, they could start. That would be their first offensive touchdown of the game as well. We got Henry Beitler in the backfield. You can't see it yet. Bombarda pass is, I believe that's intercepted. Yes, it is, and that shuts down the Big Blue offense. That was unfortunate. I believe that was Keeney, that was Marino as the intended receiver.
Swampscott definitely had the upper hand advantage getting with that pass from Bombarda to Marino, but with Marblehead trying to get back in, trying to get more points on the board, getting into the right place at the right time, and as it's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Magicians.
HB toss to the right side for the Magicians and brought down for a modest gain on the play. Looks like that was number 19, Julius Galante, getting his first carry for the Magicians. Gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Magicians. Magicians have scored on every drive besides one. Let's see if that's any different. This is the worst field position they've started with. Let's see how that affects anything. Ball is handed off, going right side and brought down by Brian Gierla. It's going to bring up a 1st down for the Magicians as it was 2nd and 5 previously. Gain of about 8 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Magicians as this time we see Finn Gallo back at the quarterback position. Handoff inside with some big room ahead of him and brought down once again by Nakeelan Davis. Magicians offense has just been too much for this Big Blue defense. Rush after rush, gaining 1st down after 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. 10.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Marblehead's definitely seen the open gaps in Swampscott's defense, but Swampscott is slowly trying to close them gaps. Close the gaps by trying to bring in the defensive back line to close them.
Handoff once again, trying to waste time. No, it was a fake handoff on the read option. A few of the Big Blue defenders fell for that, as well as it is taken down at the 50-yard line. That was Finn Gallup at the quarterback position, taking the read option himself. To bring up, I believe, 2nd down. 2nd and 2 for the Magicians. For Marblehead right now, you need to run the ball, run down some clock. The Big Blue fight, it may be too little, too late. Handoff, it was a fake initial handoff and then given inside. Gain of a couple yards on the play. That's going to be 3rd down for the Magicians.
Marblehead definitely still trying their best to get more down the field. Swampscott is starting to close in on the gaps Marblehead is making through the line of scrimmage.
Third and 1 on the play. 2 running backs in the backfield for the Magicians. Flag thrown. I believe that's going to go against the Big Blue.
The first one against Swampscott here tonight. Marblehead having 3 against them.
Neutral zone infraction against the Big Blue is the call. that'll result in a first down for the Magicians. Big Blue looking like they're gonna want to blitz. Fumbled snap, and covering the ball is, I believe that is Finn Gallup at the quarterback position. Yes, it is. Fumbled snap. First, I believe that's one of the first mistakes we've seen out of the Magicians. But it will likely not do anything, as if it would just be a big loss on a run, because the clock is still rolling.
It's the first time the Magicians have actually lost control of the ball. You've seen numerous times the snap's gone left or right, and the QB has to kind of reach for them to be able to make the play. This one just goes straight past, causing them extra yards. 2nd and 22 on the 41-yard line.
Man in motion, snap taken, they're looking for a pass. Going deep, and is brought down, and there's the flag. I believe multiple people knew it. Pass interference against the Big Blue. Costly penalty that'll send them all the way down to the 30-yard line. The Marblehead fans really rubbing it in. They know this game is over with a huge 29-point lead. We haven't seen many penalties from the Big Blue, and then they got 2 in a row. Not good if you're Swampscott. So actually bring the ball down to I believe that's the 39-yard line.
As I believe it was a 15-yard penalty against Swampscott.
Handout to the right side and brought down. That's Yandel Garcia on the carry for the Magicians. Another senior trying to get all the seniors involved for the Magicians for their potentially last football game ever. They'll be their last for high school because both teams have been eliminated from playoffs.
That's right, Paul. Swampscott was on their last game. If they won the last game against Fairhaven, we would have been seeing you in Gillette Stadium. But as sadly, they have lost that game. Same with Marblehead in the second round of playoffs. But to the players down on the field, I believe this is going to be their Super Bowl for bragging rights.
Snap taken, HB toss to the left. Running and can't outrun Keeney.
A great stop by Keeney there. Almost completely missing the tackle, but is luckily getting it at the right moment.
Another senior, Julius Galante, on the carry for the Magicians. Six minutes and counting left in the game for both sides here in the historic atmosphere of Fenway Park. Pass over to the left side on the screen. Giella in the area and bringing him down out of bounds at around the 25-yard line.
And that I believe Marblehead will be getting the first down after that play, after being brought out of bounds by Swampscott.
Marblehead taking their time, letting that clock run out as much as humanly possible. So actually tackle out of bounds. Clock is stopped at 5:58. Two running backs in the backfield. We have Garcia and Galante. Snap taken, handed off to Garcia. Going out right, bulldozing over Davis, brought down by the legs by Gabe Tripp.
Marblehead working their way down to Swampscott's territory. 5:48 left in the final quarter. It's definitely been a great game to watch, even though Marblehead is up 35-6. But with that, still, it is still great seeing both teams participate in a still going on tradition that has been happening for the past 115 years, and definitely more to come.
And definitely more to come indeed. Marblehead looking to make the streak 14. And even here in this historic Fenway Park, as we just saw Finn Gallup on the carry for the Magicians. Just in keeping the tradition going, even though Marblehead have been definitely dominant for the past decade and now almost a half. But to do it here in Fenway is just a great privilege for both sides, just to get that honor and that privilege just to experience it.
The second and 5 for the Magicians, but it's still Swampscott still holding in. They're not going to give up until the very end, until that clock has triple zeros on it.
Marblehead in the red zone. Handoff taken to Garcia and brought down within the 5-yard line. It was actually Brady Silva. We haven't seen him much at the running back position this quarter, since he's been mostly on defense, I've noticed, in this quarter. But he is back at the running back position and will now get subbed back out. Looks like we're going to have Colt Wills at the quarterback position once again for the Magicians. Wills at quarterback. Snap taken. Will take it himself on the QB draw. Reaching over. Touchdown, Marblehead. Lights are flickering for probably the last time here at Fenway Park for the Big Blue and the Magicians. Colt Wales taking it, faking the pass, taking it himself, resulting in the touchdown for the Magicians. Bresnahan on the kick. He's perfect this game on PATs. Kick is up and good. Both teams getting one last huddle, enjoying the moment.
I'm surprised both teams haven't used their timeouts yet. Swampscott and Marblehead still having 3 timeouts left with the 2 minutes, with a little over 2 minutes left in the final game time of regulation. And honestly, we'll take the time now that if you're enjoying the game so far, make sure to follow and subscribe to the channel to never miss a live stream, and to follow our Instagram at Swampscott_TV to be notified when we go live. It has been a hot minute since I have said that. Marblehead going back out for the kickoff. Swampscott in for the return.
Kick is up. This time it will go to Davis. Keelan Davis might be the last time he touches a football in the game for the Big Blue, and brought down at the 28-yard line. Both teams getting in the huddle. Now we just hit the 1 minute mark. Big Blue walking onto the field for the last time this season. Davis in motion, hands it off. Davis with the ball and brought down at the 30-yard line. 25 seconds left of the game.
And stick around after we send it down to Joey Blood after the game, once the clock hits triple digits. For the 115th annual Swampscott Thanksgiving Game post-game show with me and Dawson Navari.
Last play for the Big Blue and Fenway. Screen to Beitler. Beitler with his last carry for the Big Blue and brought down at the 45-yard line. The clock has hit triple zeros and the game has hit its final score, with the score being 42-6 final. And we'll now cut it down to Joey Blue. And that will do it. 42-6, a very one-sided game. The win streak has now hit 40-14 as the Magicians will look to make it a decade and a half next year. But make sure to have a happy and safe Thanksgiving, and we will close it there with a post-game interview with Josh Harriman and Dawson Dabari.
That's right. It was definitely a great game by Swampscott and Marblehead. But Swampscott coming out on top once again for the 15th time in a row. But other than that, stick around for the post-game show. Welcome to the post-game show of the 115th annual Thanksgiving game here at Fenway Park between Swampscott Big Blue and the Marblehead Magicians. Marblehead coming up on top for the decade and a half. Definitely still Swampscott played a great game, but what do you think happened? What is the key things happened tonight, Dawson?
The defense really struggled throughout the whole game. Marblehead really controlled their pace on the offensive side of the ball. They were able to hit their deep shots downfield in the passing game, and every first down, it felt like it was 5 yards in a cloud of dust, setting up easy second downs and led to easy scores, 42-6. Not great on either side of the ball for Swampscott.
But especially with the return from Gabe Tripp at the last 5 seconds of the game and those interceptions by Domilowitz.
Yeah, memories they're going to have to cherish forever as they got to play their final high school game at a venue like Fenway Park. It's absolutely special regardless of the outcome. And I'd like to thank all of our seniors for having a great football career and send them off nice at Fenway, even though it was in a losing effort. And Josh, I want to thank you for having me back on the broadcast as well.
It has definitely been a pleasure announcing with you again, sir. And this is going to be it for the 115th annual Thanksgiving game. I'm Josh Harriman, he's Dawson Nabari, and everybody at Swampscott Big Blue Athletics. We wish you a happy and safe Thanksgiving, and good night from Fenway Park.